Hey everyone, this is Miss White, and in this video, I'm going to show you all lesson 1, sketch 4. And you can see that this is symmetric from left to right. Here, this is going to be in millimeters. Again, symmetric from left to right. And you can see this time we have two circles, one interior circle. We have this exterior circle, but we're going to use the trim tool. And we're also going to use the line tool, and I will introduce a new tool called the fillet tool. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I created a sketch on my front plane. So let me go in and edit the sketch. And I'm going to put in my two center point circles here. And I'm thinking I need a horizontal and maybe a vertical reference. So I'll put this here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the line tool to draw this outline, the rest of the outline. So let's see if I can, you'll see that when I hover and I'm using my line tool, when I'm at the intersection of my x-axis and the circle, that means that that's where that point is going to be. And that's actually where I want it to be. All right, we're going to kind of make that kind of sort of, all right, it's not exact, but it will be. I'm going to make that horizontal as it should be. This should be horizontal as well. Let's make sure, okay, that's already perpendicular, that's perpendicular. Let's go ahead and put in some constraints. So those two should be coincident. They should move at the same point. These two should be coincident. And now, since this is symmetric, I'm going to use my symmetry tool. That should be symmetric, and that should be symmetric. Let's see what else. It's right here. It doesn't look like it is coincident, so I'll make that coincident there. Let's see what else we need. I think that's pretty much it. If there's anything else, I'll get that with the dimensions. So let's go ahead and put in some overall dimensions here. I'm going to do this one first since I know that that's going to be very hard to see. Again, we're in millimeters, so that's 3 millimeters. I'll make that a little easier to see. Should be 25. You know what I did not do? And usually I will dimension my circles first. All right, and this is why I usually dimension my circles first. All right, let me pull that stuff down. All right, so from here to there, I'm going to get another dimension. And that is from here, my horizontal reference, to the bottom, that's going to be 70 millimeters. And hopefully this stuff will start to look a little bit more decent. All right, it's getting there. Let's see, what else? Looking a little better. A little. Okay. So it looks like we pretty much have everything. The only thing missing is those rounded corners. So right here, right here, right here, and right here, those are rounded. And we're going to use the fillet tool for that. right here, you see we have this O with the dash, with the line coming through it. That means that it's asking for this dimension in diameters. Where we have a R, that's going to be the radius. So we need a radius of 4 millimeters right here. So anytime we don't have an additional R4 or an R, that means that all of the fillets that we see will have the same radius. All right, so here is, let me clean this up a little bit so it'll be just a little easier to see. Okay. This is our fillet tool. It's right beside our trim tool. So I'm going to grab that fillet and I'm going to just click on the corners. And the software knows which way the fillet should go. It's going to go in the opposite direction of the actual corner. So if the corner is on the inside, the fillet will go on the end, will go on the outside. Okay, so here it says R5, and in the drawing it said that we want an R4. And there we have it. The last thing that I need to do, you see that there's no line right there. I'm going to use the trim tool to get rid of that. So I select my trim tool, and whatever I don't want, I can hover above and then click it. And there we have it. I'm going to look at this in isometric. And that's how it looks. Let's see what happens if I want to extrude. And that's pretty much it. Okay. So if there are any questions, please let me know. I did want to point out that here you can see that we have those fillets. You can see that it's rounded. And before I end this video, let me show you all one other tool. It's called the chamfer, and it's slightly different from a fillet. So the fillet will give me a soft curve, something rounded. A chamfer, I'm going to click on that. The chamfer is going to give me an angle. All right, so you can see that that's beveled right there. Let's take a look at the isometric view. And I'm going to select those changes. So you can see that that's beveled out where this is rounded. That's the difference between a chamfer and your fillet. Okay, that is it for me. I'm going to upload my videos now as I promised.